And one thing, coming back to that, it is like repetitive. Akoy gumba. Karana khongbaga ngangbaga natna shouting and struggling and praying. What is happening in Manipur? Is Manipur society weakening after having power, courage, and to wake up? Nga sige topics ta lakchabani. Society si weakening oira abra haibasidi mayang na mathang yengbiro. Society ki karamba no weak oira ise masi yengbiyo. Ngasi akoy masen strong oira magadi sigi phibam se sumaina di leiram gadra leiram moy. Matam mamada ningthau panba 3,000 years ki history. I will not go to the reminiscent of the past anymore. Coming to the current. That so and so history we all have. Are we paying respect to the history? Our past is dumped. This we have to see. And coming to the current situation, I am against no party. I am against for no for party also. The party who did good for the people, for the state, for the community, for the development of the community, for the society. That is the party, I would say. Congress, BJP, NPP, Manipur People's Party, or any other, it doesn't matter in Manipur. So what did you do all? The hidden things that were growing inside, eating the very idea of Manipur, the seed of Manipur, was slowly being eaten up. We public, we were not aware about it. But we came to know after Meitei 2023. Because whatever people may say or something, the ethos of idea of Manipur, or people living together, has been the forefront. Yes, when we see politics, what is politics? Politics on the ground means to have power. Because without power, how are you going to gain political realm? The thing is, why are so much divisions or so much hiatus created in between? To me, it looks like a very fine master game player is playing around to do to happen to things like this. Sanaba amana thoinki yauna sanage haina sanahanra. Why is the society being made to weak? The environment, the external and internal factors that we have to see. We are blaming others, we Meiteis are blaming only others and not us, within us, that inward looking. We are not saying that. But why is it that at this phase of the time, our society is made to look weak, or the hands and legs and the mouths are being tied? This is the first pertinent question that every Manipuri should ask. Why? About our elected representatives, what happened with them? We don't know exactly. Of any other party, and especially the majority party who was earlier forming the government and now who is not more in exec ruling because it is in animated suspension and president's rules. But if we look at the tango in Manipur, there is these three main communities. One under the Naga conglomerate of different tribes, under the Kuki and Jo, or Kukis, and the Meiteis. In Meiteis, we have the subclan system. So why these three entities are made to divide with one another? To have issues, to have challenges, to have problems. I don't know what is the mission that let these three groups be separated. Who is creating this mission and who is building up on this and who is spreading around like vines? And who is going to gain out from this after this? Because if we look at it, the brotherhood, many a times the blood runs thicker, has been proved many times. But still, problems and issues are created. A stronger balancing hand is yet to appear in the Manipuri society and is not allowed to groom up is something that we have to consider and we have to look into. Introspection, this is something we have to see. Yes, fortunately or unfortunately, we lie in a very sensitive zone. We lie in the crux of the eastern corridor of India, where one country is in turmoil itself and where international players are playing. But is that having a greater impact in Manipur? If things are maintained properly, I don't think that external factor would not have much have an impact until and unless the things that need to be have been taken, our own house are kept intact. So why the house is not kept intact? This is the sign of that there is certain weakening system being introduced in the society. Because look at the boys, for example. See, for whatever reason, you can call those Arambai Tengol boys something. Why did they take up arms? Supposing, even if they have taken up arms, and if the security forces were doing their duty to protect the life and city properties of the people, will they take up arms like that? No. Their full force of energy, their patriotic upward lifting up, risking their life. Why is it not this energy being allowed to develop for a progressive Manipur? It's very good to accuse, it's very convenient to accuse fingers. The timing of the arrest of one of their leader is something that what is asking, but more than being the arrest and more than being the whole scenario, what the Manipur feels like, it is like the realization of the bitter truth. Is that why we are being played? And especially the Meiteis feel they are being kicked like a football ball in this game. So people who have courage, people who have things in their mind, they are somehow or they are managed to be subdued, not to rise up. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯨꯞꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯃꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯁꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯅꯦꯅ ꯁꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯋꯥꯎ ꯂꯥꯎꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯁꯧꯒꯠꯂꯝꯃꯤ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯙꯛ ꯂꯥꯎꯅ ꯇꯥꯈꯤꯕ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯃꯈꯣꯟꯁꯦ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯁꯕꯨꯛ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯏꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ ꯋꯥꯁꯦ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏꯗꯪ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯐꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯅꯣ you may call it strategy you may call it its government policy you may whatever you may ꯑꯗꯣ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯈꯛꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯔꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯐꯕ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯏꯍꯧꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯥꯒꯠꯂꯒ ꯙꯪ ꯂꯥꯎꯅ ꯇꯥꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤꯗ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯍꯥꯛ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ everythingꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯣꯏꯉꯥꯎꯅꯍꯜꯂꯒ ꯈꯣꯏꯁꯥꯎꯅꯍꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯧꯅ ꯎꯔꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯅꯔꯖꯤꯁꯤ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯄꯨꯅꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯄꯨꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯄꯨꯂꯞꯅ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯒꯗꯧꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯍꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯍꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯋꯤꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯂꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯏꯁꯥ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯪꯖꯔꯣꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯂꯦꯛꯇꯦꯠ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯔꯨꯂꯤꯡ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯅꯊꯧꯗꯣ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ ꯇꯧꯔꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯉꯥꯎꯆꯠꯅꯔꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯩ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯣ ꯊꯣꯡ ꯊꯤꯜꯂꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯃꯣꯏꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯋꯥꯈꯟꯗ ꯐꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯁꯤꯃꯗꯤ ꯈꯟꯕꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯒꯦ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯩꯅ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯇꯤ ꯀꯝꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅꯃꯛꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯌꯦꯅ ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯣꯟꯕꯗꯤ ꯎꯁꯤꯠꯇꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯎꯁꯤꯠꯇꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯏꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯨꯅꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯑꯣꯖꯥ ꯁꯥꯟꯅ ꯄꯟꯕꯤꯈꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯏꯟꯠꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯆꯪꯗꯅ ꯗꯨꯀꯥꯟ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯗ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯇꯤꯌꯔ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯁꯅ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯥꯞꯇꯅ ꯈꯣꯠꯇꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯛ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯔꯗ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯗꯥꯡ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯅ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯇꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯝꯗꯝ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯁꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯛꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯂꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇꯗꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯗꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯚꯥꯞ ꯇꯥꯕꯤꯔꯣ ꯇꯥꯕꯤꯗꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯌꯦꯟ ꯕꯤꯆꯥꯔ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒꯗꯤ ꯆꯦꯜꯂꯒꯁꯨ ꯍꯤꯡꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯈꯪꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯊꯦꯡꯛ ꯌꯨ